He brought a storm with him. It all started when The Guardian and The Washington Post published a series of shocking reports. These articles exposed top secret documents from the NSA, the National Security Agency. The leaks didn't just surprise Americans, they stunned mobile users all over the world. People found out that the U.S. government had been secretly spying on every mobile user. These documents revealed a covert NSA program called PRISM. It was a secret initiative that allowed the U.S. government to access the personal data of millions, even users of Verizon, one of America's biggest telecom providers, similar to mobile companies in India or Pakistan. The NSA had hacked computers belonging to Hong Kong and China's military, and they had tapped the phone of Angela Merkel, then Chancellor of Germany. The British intelligence agency GCHQ, Government Communications Headquarters, was also running a similar mass surveillance program, spying on its own citizens. Leaked conversations between the NSA and GCHQ showed how both agencies were plotting ways to deceive the public and push propaganda, all while keeping them unaware. At first, no one knew who had leaked the documents, or if they were even real. News agencies are not required to disclose their sources, so the mystery remained. Until 3 days later, when a man stepped forward to take responsibility. His name? Edward Snowden. Just 29 years old at the time, and a high school dropout. He began his career in the U.S. military, but was discharged after a year. In 2005, he worked as a security guard at the University of Maryland. Though he wasn't great at academics, his computer skills were exceptional, enough to get him hired by the CIA. After spending a few years with the CIA, in 2009, Snowden was recruited by American tech giant Dell. At the time, Dell had a contract to upgrade NSA computer systems, and Snowden was put on the project. Initially, he served as a supervisor, but later became a cyber strategist. Until this point, Edward Snowden was considered a gem by both the CIA and NSA. So what changed? How did a star cyber strategist become a national traitor? While working on NSA computers, Snowden discovered that the agency had the power to access the private data of any mobile user. At first, he assumed the data belonged to international criminals, but to his horror, they were innocent, law-abiding American citizens. Around the same time, there was a major debate in the U.S. Congress regarding intelligence practices. Senator Ron Wyden publicly asked NSA Director James Clapper if the agency collected data on American citizens. The session was broadcast live on national television. Clapper answered in front of millions, "No. Our job is only to focus on foreign intelligence." Watching this, Edward Snowden was shocked. He had just seen his boss lie, blatantly, to the entire nation. Enraged, he resigned from his $200,000 per year job at Dell just 3 days later. In 2013, Snowden joined Booz Allen Hamilton, a firm that worked with the U.S. military, CIA, and NSA. He was again assigned to an NSA project. The NSA later admitted that Snowden stole so many files from their systems that it was hard to even estimate the number, possibly over 2 million files. What's astonishing is how he did it. Snowden didn't use complex hacking tools. He simply copied everything using a small USB drive. Normally, USB drives are banned in high-security offices to prevent data theft. Plus, not every employee has access to classified files, and this was the NSA, where security is nearly impenetrable. But Snowden planned everything smartly. Because he was working from a Hawaii office, 5,000 miles away from NSA headquarters in Maryland, he had a huge time advantage. When he was working, most employees at the main office had already left for the day. He also accessed the NSA servers using an outdated thin client system and had system administrator privileges, giving him the highest level of access. Thanks to all this, Snowden was able to quietly copy over 2 million files from 5,000 miles away without raising a single alarm. After just 4 weeks in the Hawaii office, he made his move. He copied the documents to a USB drive, carefully hid it from security, and took a leave of absence claiming he was sick. Then he turned off his phone and flew straight to Hong Kong. When he didn't return and his phone remained off for days, the NSA began to suspect. But by then, Snowden had already met trusted journalists in Hong Kong and handed them the files. The next day, those documents were making headlines across the globe. Snowden's leaks sparked international debate about NSA's secret surveillance powers. The U.S. government accused him of stealing government property, unauthorized access to national security systems, and leaking top-secret information. They demanded that Hong Kong hand him over, but Snowden had planned ahead. He had already caught a flight to Russia, where he was initially granted asylum. Eventually, in September 2022, he was granted permanent residency and later citizenship by President Vladimir Putin. Snowden even revealed tools like NoseSmurf, software that could let intelligence agencies secretly listen through your phone's microphone, capturing nearby sounds even when the device seemed off. Some people label Edward Snowden a traitor. Others see him as a hero who exposed the truth about NSA's surveillance empire. What do you think? Let us know in the comments. We hope you liked this Zemra TV video. Don't forget to like and share it. Thank you so much for your kind support and comments. We'll see you in another powerful video.